he enable us to share the benefit of the learning equally. May we be equally strong. That's the meaning of the learning. May the learning be equally fruitful to us. May we never be jealous of each other. Peace, peace, peace. So we were reading that part about Om, and it has been started, teacher is teaching that when the student in the verse number 14 on page 70, the teacher said, now student was being praised by his teacher, that you are such a glorious student, I never found such, that you are a proper renunciate. See how you have renounced all these things of attraction, where even the greatest sages and saints fail to renounce. And look at me, I am also have become the Jama, the god of death. I am here for what purpose? To rule. So I am not perfected yet. Knowing all this truth, I cannot renounce, I cannot give up everything. But what a great, glorious child you are at this early age. You have the tremendous renunciation and tremendous power to hold on to the truth and know about the truth and find it, how to get it. So sincere, so you are so great, so great, so great. So this was the thing going on, and now the student then asked that Unnatra Dharmat, Unnatra Dharmat. We have read that. The 14th verse says, tell me about that which is not beyond dharma on page 70. Annatra dharmat, annatra dharmat, annatra kritasmat, krita kritat, annatra bhutacha bhavyacha jattat pasyashi tad vada. He is drawing the attention of the teacher humbly. Sir, don't talk about so much glorifying about my glories. Rather, tell something which that truth, which is which the ordinary people who are following dharma, they cannot achieve. It's separate from that, following simply dharmic jivan, righteous life, or those who are even following the unrighteous life. No question for them, but still, tell me something which does not fall in this duality of righteousness and unrighteousness. Annatra asmat krita krita. In this world, what we can gain by doing something krita. Krita means by doing something, one can achieve this thing. Akrita, which is who is beyond, is not doing anything. So beyond karma and its non-karma. So beyond this duality, tell me that truth. Annatra bhutacha bhavyacha, that which is separate from created and non-created, neither it's a cause or the effect. Create and non-create, no? Cause becomes the effect becomes the cause, tree becomes the seed, seed becomes the tree. So it is going to subtle to gross. This creation, the cause and effect relationship, tell me something, sir, beyond this duality. See, when in one stroke, such an intelligent student, they know how to put a question. To extract from the ideal teacher, you have to have poke in right place. You know, in the honeycomb, there is a very what you call tactful means to bring the honey. But if you poke in different place, then you'll get the bite of all the uh, um, bees. No, so you have to poke in proper place so that the juice comes out. So here is the intelligent student who is bringing out the juice and the experience of his guru, the teacher, and not allowing him to talk even the praise of this student. How much we would have been happy. You are great, oh, you are so great, you know, you are some unparalleled student, your Vairagya is so good, your discrimination is so good, unparalleled, you see, I am also not reached that. We'll be pampered to the heaven. And this intelligent boy understands this is only, it is humiliation to hear my own glories before me. Therefore, he is asking the teacher to directly answer what is the crying question in the heart of the student. Tell me that truth which is beyond the duality. This whole world is a duality, and good and bad, righteous and unrighteous, work and not work, cause and effect, effect and cause. In this duality, I don't want to hear about that. I know that all these things. I am seeing this all through my life. But tell me, which is beyond, annatra, it's not here, beyond this duality, what you are saying. I don't want some just pep talk. What I want, Jattat Pashyasi, what you are watching, what you are seeing, what through your eyes, how you see the world. How is your vision about the whole universe with name and form? Tell me about that. I don't want to hear anything more. See, and teacher also understood the student's earnestness, and his next point jumped into the truth. You know, Sarve Vedajat Padmamanti. We have done that. I am repeating just that all the Vedas are glorifying that pada, that state, that the state beyond all duality. You are asking to know about that which is beyond duality, and what I am experiencing, I am seeing through these eyes. As Ramakrishna, I see God like this. So you are asking me, I am saying that all the Vedas are glorifying that pada, about that state which has been, and all the tapas, tapangsi, sharvani, jad vadanti, all the tapasvis, all the people doing their, performing their austerities, going into Himalayas in the heavy cold or in the hot summer, observing so much fasts and this and that. For what purpose? That state, sarvani jad badanti, jad ichchanta brahmacharyan charanti. People live the life of celibacy. For what purpose? To attain to that state. That I will tell you now. Tatte padang sangraheno. I will tell you in nutshell. That truth. Bravimi. Om. And what is the nutshell word? Om. See, the whole philosophy of spirituality has been given in one stroke. The student wants to know that. What is that beyond all this duality? And the teacher said, they know all the people in the world, all the ascetics doing all types of austerities. All the people who are being celibate, observing celibacy, there's a big struggle. Why they do? To achieve this state, that pada. Pada means fit. But here pada means the state of reality. The transcendental reality, the non-dual reality, the absolute reality. And that is that nutshell, if you want to say in one single, this whole philosophy in the word Om. See, that is the beautiful, what you call, coin-sized form of Vedantic experience is only Om. No, you need not have to know anything, only you know Om. That is the target for which we are leading. And I am telling that is the Om. We have read that. And then he said, don't ignore this small word, Om. We always say Om. It is very, very simple. Simplest of the word. But know it. Etadhevahi aksharam brahma. This akshar. Akshar means this letter. Om, you can mean that way. And akshar means imperishable reality. That is Brahman. Etadheva aksharam brahma. Etadheva aksharam param. That is the highest, supreme. There is nothing more than that. Etadheva aksharam gyatva. Knowing this akshar. Or now we can mean, akshar means the imperishable reality, which is represented by the Om, is gyatva. Yujadicchati tasatat. One, whatever he wants, he wishes, he will achieve. That means he attains perfection. He attains the knowledge of Brahman. Now continued today's reading from here, 17th verse. Etad alambanam sreshtham etad alambanam shreshtham, etad alambanam param, etad alambanam param, etad alambanam gyatva, etad alambanam gyatva brahmaloke mahiyate, brahmaloke mahiyate. Huh? This is the etat. This means this om. This om is the alambanam. And this is the way. Huh? That is the om is signified. And what is the symbol? Symbol of what? That is that absolute Brahman. So om then is what? It is Saguna Brahman. Om, up to that far you go, we are uttering Om. You are living in that realm with a little trace of mind to understand what is Om. Om is actually Brahman, but so long you are uttering the word, you are in symbol and symbolic representation of that absolute. Therefore, etat, this is alambanam, this way of looking at Om is alambanam system. It is the highest in the relative level, go up, up, up. It is the symbol of the Saguna Brahma. Etad alambanam param. And this alambanam, this Om, this following this way of the chanting of the Om and thinking of its meaning is the Parama, is the supreme. And etad alambanam gatva, knowing this alambanam, this way, Brahmaloke mahiyate, people go to the Brahmaloka. Brahmaloka here means because it is Saguna Brahma. So that Brahma Upasana in the symbolic form can lead up to you to go to that loka, that plane of Brahman. Plane of Brahman means there is little separation still there. And that fine separation will melt down automatically as you go to that far. Nirguna is so close. Saguna and Nirguna, if you reach that, Ramakrishna is to stand at that point. It's called the Bhava Mukha. You will find a beautiful term used by Sri Sarvadevananda Maharaj. He said, Ramakrishna is to stay in the Bhava Mukha, in the threshold. Threshold means mind is almost merging, but mind is standing here as it were. If in this side he sees the table and everything, and that side, boom, all gone and void into empty. Yeah. Buddhist will say emptiness, Vedanta will be saying that Satchidananda state, whatever. Who will say that? There is nothing to describe. Description remains here. So, Saguna, if one can reach that end of Saguna by Omkara sadhana and meaning, understanding its meaning, then that will lead to that ultimate goal. So, here we find that Swami Lokeswarananda translates it, Om is the best way to attain Brahman. It is the way to attain both Brahman with attribute and Brahman without attribute. And then the first leads you to Brahmaloka, where you enjoy the same status as Brahma. The second leads you to the union of Brahman. Huh? That's why first, as I say, Saguna Brahma, that's why you call Brahma is the creator of the universe. You see, non-creation in the other side. The first created entity is called Brahma in Hindu, what you call creation theory, no? Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. But here is the starting point of creation. So Brahma is this first leads to Brahma Loka. That means you do your practice in this way and you go and stay in the plane of that Brahma, which is the Saguna Brahma state, penultimate state of Saguna Brahma. And then it will penetrate that veil and you will merge into the less. The second leads you to the union with Brahman. That means that Brahman without attribute, without name, without form, without any quality. Earlier, it was said on page 75 that if you meditate on Om, you get whatever you want. This last verse, just the last verse was Etadhiva aksharam nyatva yujadichati tasya tat. Whoever you use, whatever you want, you can achieve that. What was the ultimate achievement? You can be living in Brahma, with Brahma, in the state of Brahma. Such a high flight where from all creation comes. So earlier, that Swami Sarvadevananda is referring, it was said that if you meditate on Om, you get whatever you want. To further confirm this, it is now being stated in this verse that of all the paths leading to Brahman, Om is the best. Because through Om, this is the way, follow the path. Path will lead to the goal. So this Om Upasana is here. And then you find in the Kathopanishad also, a beautiful chapter has been given, dedicated to Om Upasana. And that in ancient time, that was very popular type of Upasana. That time, no, gods and goddesses, this type of thing didn't come that much. Mostly it was the Nirakara type of Upasana, light, then this sky, and this type of what you call this Om, symbolic, very, very high symbolic thing. Then it became more down to the earth, so that people can choose so many forms of their gods and goddesses, all symbols of that one, etc., etc. So, to further confirm this, it is now being stated that of all the paths leading to Brahman, Om is the best, because through Om you can attain both Para-Brahman, that is which is without any attribute, and Apara-Brahman, Brahman with attribute. Om is also referred to as Para and Apara. Not here, but he is referring to some other place. Para is the highest, and Apara is the next to the highest. But it is difficult to think of Para-Brahma. Why they have it Para-Brahma, anyhow, which is without attributes. This is why most people prefer to think of Apara-Brahma, the Brahman with attributes. The advantage of Om is that you can get both Apara and Para-Brahma through it. You may attain Apara first, that is Brahmaloka, but eventually you can merge with the Para-Brahman. That means here is a symbol through which practicing in your day-to-day meditation, if you can practice. We have read Mandukya Upanishad and Mandukya Karika. Entire book deals with this Om, is it not? So, you practice this, and this one singular Upasana practice can lead you to the end of the Saguna Brahma, and that can lead to the Nirguna Brahma also. Of course, everything is like that. Suppose today's Brahma Upasana, as we do. What we do at today's Upasana? Say you worship Krishna or Rama or Christ or Ramakrishna, no? We take as a symbol of the absolute infinite, no? That's why in the prayer time what we say? Namo Namo Prabhu Bhakkamanatita Manavachanaikadhar. We chant every day. Namo Namo Prabhu. I am Ramakrishna. Oh Ramakrishna, I am saluting you again. And Namo Namo Prabhu. Who you are? Bhakkamanatita. You are beyond speech, beyond mind, and beyond all description. That is the Nirguna. You are Nirguna. I am saluting you. See, our symbol, Ramakrishna, is not a man anymore. Namo Namo Prabhu. O Prabhu, O Lord, whom I am worshipping you as Ramakrishna, is a Bhakkamanatita. You are beyond speech, beyond description, beyond any utterance of word, no? Manovachanai. Again, you are the substratum of my mind. My mind is meditating, my thought is arising. Where? On the ocean of that consciousness of you. Mano Bachana Eko Adhar. Adhar means the sustainer, on which these ripples of the mind and this all resolutions and ups and downs is going on. So I salute it. So it is Ramakrishna is Saguna, Ramakrishna is Nirguna. So any symbol ultimately it leads. But Om is appraised so much because Om have been meditated upon thousands and thousands of years, and its depth and profundity has been gathered in the sound itself. Even people not knowing in this country for yoga school they start and they say, okay, say let us sit and chant 20 times. Oh, no? And everyone feels good. It is a sound vibration. But it has its potential, it has gained. So, Om, therefore, the Guru is teaching the student that Om, you have to take that symbol and know the whole philosophy of spiritual life is to reach this ultimate oneness with that which is transcendental, but that is also in a Saguna form and it permeates everywhere. That is the whole idea. This Swami has given 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages explanation. I have no time to read this. If I read, then we cannot go to the next one. Do you want? I can read them if you like. At least let us see what the running translation this Chinmayananda Swami has done. This word is verily Brahman alone. This word, here is word means, what is the word? Om. So this word is verily Brahman alone. This word is also the highest. He who knows this word then obtains verily whatever of the two he desires. Then we have done that, no? Saguna Nin. And then next comes this verse, what we read now. Most glorious is this support. This is the supreme most. Supreme most, Baba. How to say the highest? You say supreme and most. You can say supreme to the power infinity. Most glorious is this support. This is the supreme most support. He who has realized, known this support comes to be adored, worshipped in the world of Brahma, the Creator. This book, it is the same verse 17. It is on page 111 of Chinmayananda Swami. It says, Jnanena ivahi tu kaivallam. By the knowledge alone, one is liberated. It is the foundation of Siddhanta, of the Vedanta. Vedanta says, how will you be liberated? Not by karma, na karmana, na prajaya, na dhanena. The Upanishad says, na karmana, by performing karma or home of fire, you can go to heaven. Na karmana, na prajaya, by progeny. No, by earning money and this and that. You cannot attain that. So that is the thing. You cannot attain the fundamental Siddhanta or the conclusion of the Vedantic thought is that this by only knowledge. Ramakrishna said, the darkness of the 1,000 years of darkness in a room will go if you sit and cry, oh, it is darkness, it is darkness. When the darkness will go, it will never go. You cry and weep only. Darkness will never go. So Ramakrishna said, bring a light, bring light. And instantly the darkness will go. So here is the point. That however severely we may beat the serpent in the rope all through the night. Oh, there is a serpent and it has bitten me. The snake has bitten me. You cry and weep all night in the darkness. We can never kill the serpent. But when beam of light is thrown on the rope and thereby we gain the knowledge of the rope, the serpent shall end instantaneously. Similarly, by the subjective experience of the knowledge of Absolute alone, can we become the eternal and thus reach the peak of perfection and the end of all success. But here the Upanishad is advising for the benefit of the less evolved ones like us. A discipline or upasana. Upasana means worship. And it is a clear declaration of the Upanishad Shruti in this stanza that the successful worshipper reaches Brahma Loka. Brahma Loka means not Brahman, Brahmas, where Brahma resides. The president's, what you call, White House, where president resides. So Brahma Loka is that Brahma's place of residence. So it is not so easy to enter there. It is very high plane. You have to pay so much of price, penance and austerity and spiritual practice you have to do. And successful worshipper reach the Brahma Loka. What does that mean? State of Hiranyagarbha, which of course is not the highest. Yes, you reach that highest. None, but that highest in a relative sense highest. Highest is Brahman only. So next, in the Sanskrit, Brahmaloka can be milked to yield two meanings. Brahma Rupa Loka, a world of the nature of the self, it is Sanskrit grammar. Brahma Rupa Loka, and another may be Brahmani Loka. That means the world of the glorious Brahma. You can make two meanings of it. Brahma Loka. One meaning is Brahma Rupa Loka, the world, that world, the nature of Brahma, and the world, the glorious of Brahma. That means it is he the glorious, or the plane in which he lives that is glorious. The worshipper, that means the practitioner, through this action, karma, ensures only his entry into the world of the Creator, while the one who meditates upon the significances suggested by the symbol Om, knowing or realizing his own personal identity with the truth, through this knowledge, this jnana becomes the absolute itself. You think Om as Satchidananda, then you ultimately your meditation and your everyday thinking, it absorbs and absorbs and you lose into that identity. Then you become Brahman. The drop of water falling from the sky, when it touches the ground, earth, as what you call the ocean, then drop loses its identity, but he becomes ocean. He cannot say, I am the drop. What drop you are? As it is said that you go Mississippi merging into the ocean. When it merges, the same water when merges, ask, hey, what is your name? There's no name. But before that, before merging into the confluence it comes, it has its name. It is the Mississippi. It's the water of the Mississippi. It is the water of the Ganga, water of the Jamuna, water of the Saraswati, water of the Narmada. But when it merges into the ocean, no Narmada, no Saraswati, they all dissolve into one, and that is ocean. So here is the same thing. The Saguna Brahma can be worshipped, but by knowledge it becomes the absolute truth. Thus, this stanza, we mean to note that the Lord has hinted at the goal of both karma and jnana. That's a beautiful idea. What karma can lead you? You can do Om Upasana by following the karma kanda path. If you can do it all this meaning, that's why Chandogya says, you know the meaning of the Upanishad and you worship it as Udgita. The terminology is Udgita. Udgita means in the Samaved, there are different chanting. And Udgita is the best of all the chants, sweet, melodious and thing. So they say, when you practice the Om Upasana, identifying it with the deity or with the God, then you reach and practice it with all love. The beautiful term, Shraddhaya and Birjaya. The Upanishad Chandogya says that when you practice this Omkar Upasana with much love and affection at the same time with all greatness and strength, then you become Vidwan like that. You become like that. So it leads you, karma kanda, if you can do this way, you can reach the ultimate end, that is Brahma Loka. And jnana, if you follow along with that jnana, then you can penetrate that and you don't have to stay anywhere. Your plane will just hit the twin tower. It is lost. It is no more there. It is gone. So before that, you can keep your identity. That is called the Saguna Brahma stage. And then when you penetrate that, then you lose everything, then you become one. That's so. It is the end of karma kanda, end of jnana kanda. Understand this too, because in the context of the Vedic wisdom, karma kanda, jnana kanda. No, Om can be practiced by a karma kandi. Om can be practiced by a jnana kandi. That's the followers of the path of knowledge. But ultimately, it leads to Saguna Brahma, to Nirguna. Briefly, the Yama says that the eternal absolute reality is fully symbolized in the word Om. So, what does it mean? So far we have read 15 to 17, these 3 verses. The Om is the essence of spiritual practice. That's why you will notice that even you got your mantra, initiation mantras, you will find that this word is there. How silently it has been given. We may not understand its deep meaning. We may take, because Om is everywhere. People talk about Om, chant this Om. It is so simple. It is not so simple. It is so profound that it can penetrate all the layers of ignorance, and it can lead up to the end of Saguna Brahma, Brahma Loka, or identifying with the Hiranyagarbha or other things. You want to have that separation, you keep enjoy there. Be in the plane of the highest God where the creation comes. And if you wish, you can cross that level and enter into the realm of absolute non-dual. Now, and what is that state? Om, you attain. So now it is almost equal like that of the Bhagavad Gita. न जायते म्रियते वा विपश्चित् न जायते म्रियते वा विपश्चित् नायं कुतश्चित् नायं कुतश्चित् न बभूव कश्चित् न बभूव कश्चित् अजो नित्य शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो अजो नित्य शाश्वतो अयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. So no jayate no mriyate va kadachit. No jayate means it does not get born. Or mriyate means it does not die. But vipaschit, intelligent self, all-knowing self, no ayam vitaschit. The intelligent Atman is not born. The Atman does not get born. Atman or Brahman, it has no birth, it has no death. No. So, and he did not spring from anything else. No vipaschit, no ayam kuschit. It has not come out of anything else. If you say everything has come out of Brahman, then we can ask the question, where the Brahman came? You cannot put that question. It is called, then like that. You can put this question. Seed came from where? Correct? Tree. A tree came from where? Seed. Seed came from where? Tree. Tree came from where? Seed. So you are going round and round in the same cycle. It is called anavastha dosha in Vedanta philosophy. This is dos. This you cannot solve. So you have to go to this cycle and reach a point where you cannot put any question. So that is the question where all question ends. That is the Brahman. You cannot put that question where the Brahman came. So he did not spring from anything, and nothing springs from him. This world has not come out of him. And I see this world, it has not come out of him. Well, no, it is your delusion. Nothing has happened. No water has been poured on the freeway, but on your hot summer you are driving and you see the water. Because you see no one has poured water there. It is illusion, optical illusion in the mirage. That's the example of mirage. Like that. Snake, rope, these are some examples which you can relate to. You see what you see is not true. You see the sky, you see the horizon, there is no horizon at all. You see the stars like that. Little, twinkling, little stars. No? It is not twinkling. It is not little stars. It is something different. You are sitting here, we are all vertically straight. You are hanging in the globe. See, put Los Angeles where? And in Hollywood where? You put it in the map and see how you are sitting. The global surface. Look at that. What you see is all wrong. We see the solid. There is no solid. It's all play of electron and proton. Whatever we are seeing, it is all delusion. That's why it is said, it is all delusion. Only with the knowledge you can see that is unchangeable one. So he did not spring from anything, neither nothing has sprang from him. This unborn eternal, ajo, nitya, ajo means not born, nitya means eternal, shashvato means everlasting, purano means ancient, that cannot be killed. Na hannate hannamane sharire. This body, when it gets destroyed, with the destruction of the body, that eternal truth can never be destroyed. That is the Vedantic background. In the Gita second chapter you can find that. In the Shankaracharya's books, everywhere you find that. The saying that this changeable universe is in the duality, and that is the unchangeable reality, which is unaffected by anything. So that is the Om. Om will lead to that experience. You see how you connect yourself. Well, Nachiketa put the question, tell me that ultimate truth. And he said, I am telling you in nutshell, it cannot be much smaller than this advice. Even Shankara says, Brahma Sattam Jagad Mitta Jiva Brahma Manaparo or Sloko Ardhena Pravakshami. I will tell you by half a slok. But it is not half a slok, it is only one word Om. So how much abbreviation you can do for absolute Brahman? That has been done. And now he is saying this, but don't think this Om is so small. That's why when you get the mantra, you think our mantra is something small mantra. What is their meaning? It's so easy. Everyone knows that. No. It has tremendous potentiality. It is like atom bomb. Small, tiny, but it explodes. It's infinite energy. So it is mantra. Don't think of your mantra as very meaningless. Something my guru has given. Some people come. My mantra is not strong. Will you give me another mantra? Another mantra? What the mantra? You don't know the power of the mantra. Mananath trayati iti mantra. It is said, mananath, by repetitive mental process of asserting the meaning of it, trayati, one can get redeemed from this world and worldliness. That is the potential power in the small mantra. So, an Om, it contains the subtlest and the deepest meaning, profoundest meaning, that it indicates only Brahman. And attaining that, you will not be born, you will not be dead, no one can kill you, no one can do this. All this duality drops from that person. So long we are little drops, we have every fear. Little wind can blow us this side, vaporize us here. But when you merge into the ocean, who will do anything to you? You are so big, you permeate everywhere, you pervade everything. So there is no place where you are not. So who can destroy you? Who can hurt you? But when our problem is that we always want to be individual. So I keep myself separate. And that's why my suffering, my joy, any idiot can just in split second can destroy your peace. Any idiot in the world, one single word can destroy your peace. See how we have become vulnerable to this nonsense thing in our life, whereas we are what the scriptures are saying, so profound and so great. So, here Swami Lokeswarananda said, I think I only read the English translation, running translation from Chinmayananda Swami. Here it is said on page 76 of Lokeswarananda Swami, the self is not born, it does not die either. It is not born of something, nor is something else born of it. It is without birth, eternal, unchanging, always present. The body perishes, but the self capital never perishes. Earlier, Yama explained how the worship of Om could lead to Brahmaloka or to Brahman itself. Now, he is trying to give Nachiketa an idea about the self, capital. Brahman and the self, it is two languages. One he said as Brahman, now he is talking about the self. That's why Vedantic great dictum is Aham Brahmasmi. We have to reconcile these two. Otherwise, I remain separate and Brahman remains separate. How we can reconcile? Individually, you look yourself as the self. In a cosmic way, you see you are the Brahman. It is the same consciousness. So that's why it is said that now he is trying to give Nachiketa an idea about the self, subjective, capital. Brahman and the self are one and the same. And to realize this oneness is the goal of life according to Vedanta. Speaking about the capital self, Yama says that it is pure consciousness. It is knowledge itself, and therefore it is all-knowing, vipaschit. Vipaschit word he has translated as all-knowing. This self is not born when something comes into existence from the first time, that is its birth. But the self has no such birth. It is always there, eternal. It is without beginning, without end. So no question of birth comes. Birth comes what? Birth comes in time. Birth happens in space. And birth has a causation. Time, space, causation. But if self is unborn, uncreate, it has never been created, it has never been destroyed, and it is all the time there. So no question of it comes that it has been born. Which has been born? The body was born. The mind is born. So it is born, it will die. This is a corollary. If it is born, it will have to die. If it is unborn, it is undying. It is not born, no question of dying then. So these are the analytical way of looking at the real self. The self never dies. It does not die because it is not produced. If it is not produced, how it will die? If it is all the time there is no question of its disappearance. And it is also not an effect of something else. An effect has a cause on which it is dependent. If the cause is removed, the effect is gone. The self has no such cause. It is the cause of all causes. It is the first cause. Nothing is born of this self, capital. Only that which is subject to change can be the cause of something else. You can produce one thing from one compound to another. No? If it is one produced item, you can transform it, you can remake it. We prepare our meals every day. There are different items. You can, because it is already produced, it is already in existence, came in time. Rice was never before it came into the field, no? When it is produced. So there was one time when rice was not there, which we are eating today. So it has its end, beginning, so it has its end. All the vegetables we take, it is one time it was not there, it was grown in the ground, and it came out, and then it can be prepared and with a combination and this, and it will have its death. But which is not born, how can it be created? How can it be modified? But the self capital never suffers such a change. It is always the self that is unchanging, unchangeable. It does not grow, nor does it decay. It is eternal and always the same. It is old as well as new. The body perishes, but the self remains intact. Huh? Now, why this question is coming? Yes, yes.
I have a question.
Good, good.
Okay, so if Yama says Brahman and the self are one and the same, and to realize this oneness is the goal of life according to Vedanta. If we are the capital S self, but we don't realize it, who is the one that needs to realize it? Is it the ego? Is it the mind?
Yeah.
Who needs to do that work?
Yeah, because here who is putting this question? It's me. Who am I now? I'm not Brahman. I don't understand. I don't feel that I am the self, undying self. But I means body bound, who is attached to the mind, emotions, ego. We are all suffering every day because of this identification in our level. That is called the jiva. That is the smallest. But when smallest will know that I am the biggest, then biggest and that then he will instantly know that biggest and the cosmos is the same. It is transcending this little barrier of body-mind identity, as if you jump out of yourself and you see your real identity globally and universally. So who is putting this question? Who is suffering? Who wants to be released? Who is having the anxieties and tensions and all activities in life to do good, to do bad, to do this and do the, and trying to achieve something, gain something, hold on to something. That person is the jiva. And the jiva is always running to grab something, hold something. Why? I want to be big, I want to be rich, I want to be in peace all the time, not temporary peace. The whole life search is going on for the real S, capital S. And when you reach capital S, you reach Brahman.
How did the jiva get separate from the Brahman?
It is that's a very critical question. There is no answer of it. It's called Maya. Why it happened? You do not know why it happened. Why you dream in your night when you are in safe custody in your room, in a beautiful, safe, protected area, and heater is on and everything is comfortable. And in your dream, you are in severe cold, you are suffering there, and you are being terrorized. And this, why it happened? Well, that is cannot be unless your dream breaks. You cannot say why the dream happened. That means we were aware of now we are aware of the external world now. So what is happening, we see that what is happening here. Here we are safe, we can enjoy, we can have our discussion and also our all the experiences what we can get. But that imaginary thing came from where? That's why Vedanta says it's all imagination. We are reading the Yoga Vasishtha. Yoga Vasishtha is the mind. This mind is, we have read that. Mind is the only factor which can release us from bondage, which can bind us into the deepest darkness. Manaiva manushyanam karanam bandhamakshayo. Mind is only the cause of our bondage. Mind is the only cause of freedom. This mind, when identifies with these little petty things of the body and its objects, it is called baddha, the bound soul. This mind, when identifies with the divine and detaches from everything, that is called mukta. There is nothing different. Mukta and baddha, who is bound and free, is the only fictitious thing. It's the mind playing the role. My mind is creating all this trouble for me. And this mind has the potential power to release me from all. Nothing can disturb the realized soul. We are reading the wise man, the deepest turmoil of life. Gita says, Jasmin sthito na dukkhena guruna pi vichallate. Jasmin sthito. When the mind is established in that state, no guruna dukkhena opi, not the severest, most dangerous, most unbearable suffering area, it will not make any dent in the heart of that person, a wise person who have realized the self. So that is the glory of knowing this truth. And not knowing has created, and not knowing and knowing is coming in the mind. We see in the mind, as given the example, that we see the snake all through the night, though the rope is only there. We may be shivering with anxiety whole night. Morning you find, no, that was my misunderstanding. And I'm excited with some achievement tomorrow. That's also your mental creation. Tomorrow's frustration comes when you wake up. In the dream you may become millionaire and come out, then you see the old guy. So it may create frustration. It is the mind is showing all this play. So who is free from mind and who has mastered the mind, that person is free from everything. So this mind will be the cause of it. And therefore, it is as a corollary, next verse 19, it is simple, you all know. So in the Gita also the exactly same verse is there. Huh?
Still the perennial question remains, why is that substratum which never changes, which is perfection itself, why does it permit this appearance of duality? And then when we are in a devotional mood, we talk about Leela and Maya and so on. And then when we are in a very lofty Vedantic mood, we say it is this ahankara, this manas, this buddhi, and so on, which are just two different ways of explaining that. But neither one actually says, why should perfection even give the semblance of being imperfect?
Why
should perfection, fundamental perfection which never changes, why does it permit the perception of want, of insufficiency?
Oh.
There are ways of answering it.
Yeah.
As I said, from the devotional and from
any sense, because it is imperfection remains, because I am identifying with this limited. Question simple. Whenever I am identifying myself, see how anxieties and tensions people suffer. One simple some question, simple some problem, the person is totally imbued into it and engrossed into it, whole world is disappeared and that problem has become main. So you live in that problem and you cry and weep in that problem. Just look at vast dimension. Immediately think, what a petty thing. I am identifying with this. This is Vedanta says, your identification is causing that.
We are describing the symptoms now, Swami.
Understand, but we are in the symptom. Only this response will come only when you realize. Our scriptures always say, this solution only will come when Swamiji says, you cannot put the question when you are dreaming why the tiger came or why this horrible thing is happening. Unless you wake up, then you say, oh, it was dream. I was sleeping and my mind has created all this. Now what Vedanta is saying, your mind has created this. I am not believing it. Though it is said 100 times, I hear, I say, it is not getting into me. But when real experience will come, when the dream breaks, you know, oh, I went to bed at certain time, I watched that TV and that fight and killing was going on, and probably that took in my mind and I entered into my dream, into that realm, and I cried and wept whole night. And why did you cry and weep? Because you are sleeping. Why do you sleep? Because you are in ignorance. You entered into ignorance. So why did you enter into it? It is your fun. There we cannot say anything. They say only will know when you are awake. Yeah. Yes, Acha, first ask. Huh.
In the achieving the knowledge of the absolute, that said that think Om as Satchidananda. I know exactly what that means, existence and the whole thing, but I don't know how to apply it. If I was sitting on a bus and thinking and looking at the world, is there some technique, some way to apply Om as Satchidananda in my walking around thinking?
That you have to think in this way, because we have read that in the Mandukya Upanishad. You have to think that Om represents that eternal consciousness which permeates this earth, permeates this space, permeates this subtle world or causal world, and it transcends all. So it's one infinite consciousness. Or you can think of infinite love manifesting to the trees, to the plants, to the moon, to the sun. This little cold weather, little touch of the sun's rays. That's the feeling that way. It is all. I am redefining only the name. I am saying it is sun's rays. But there is no sun rays. It's only the consciousness. It is only the bliss is there. My mind, untrained mind, is telling me again and again, though I listen from the holy people, but we don't believe it because I have no experience. But apply that principle that in the whole world there is nothing but God.
You say that it's consciousness, but also in the Satchidananda, the Ananda is bliss, but it's also exchanged for the word infinite. And you just said everything is seen as the infinity of it. You changed it.
It's the same thing. It is not
That's the answer.
And it is not the adjectives. We are not defining Brahman. What is the adjectives? Adjective will come to a person or any object, limited object, qualities, no? But Sat, Chit, Ananda, one thing. They define it from three angles. Same light, it is called light. Bulb is there. That is the existence. It is shining. It's called consciousness. And it is heat. There. It's called Ananda. So I'm looking at the same bulb. Shining is the conscious aspect. And the heat emitting, that is the Ananda aspect. It is very fine. So it is not three. We are not describing as infinite one thing. At Sat is existence is one thing. Consciousness is another thing. No. We are describing one thing. The sages have given us some hint how we can think of that. Wherever there is existence. Upanishad says. No, that's why Kathopanishad has given. Here you will find, we will read that. Asti iti eva upalabdhabhyo. You have to first think, it is that Satchidananda is in the form of table. Satchidananda is the floor. Satchidananda is this chandelier. Satchidananda is the roof. It is. Wipe out the terminology. Table, floor, roof, door, windows, sky, leaf. Wipe out that left line. What will happen? Is. That's why Katho says, Osti means is. Osti iti eva upalabdhabha. You have to first realize Brahman. You cannot do that. First try to see it is. You are adding some adjective to it. Man, woman, child, car, the bus, road, freeway. You are giving all these names. Wipe out these names on the left side. What will remain? It is only existence. And that existence is consciousness. That consciousness is Ananda. As you penetrate, mind becomes finer and finer. You can feel it switches your concept from existence only awareness. You are aware of it. And awareness means it is you love it or you hate it. In this context. And if you wipe out love and hate, it is bliss. Okay?
All I was saying that the whole problem starts because of the ignorance created by our wrong actions and all.
Yeah, that's very difficult area. You say action, then you will say where the action came from.
Ignorance.
That's the point. So anyhow, it is only best response is that when we know our real self, then we'll see. Then you will be really surprised that you will say, "Oi Shankaracharya." I often quote that verse. He said that Kutrolinam idam jagat kaggatam. Why did it go away? Are this visible universe of pleasure and pain and anxieties and worries and tensions and fear and all distraction and what is happening? All these things, where did it come? Gatam. Where did it go? I was so tangibly feeling every moment in our breath. Kaggatam. Kenavanitam. Who is that big guy who took away all these things from my awareness? Kutra leenam idam jagat. This world of terrific appearance, or sweet appearance, or lovable, or full of hatred. Where did it go? Leenam. It got merged into where? Kutra leenam idam jagat. Just before my experience, just 1 second before my experience, I was seeing this horrible universe, loving universe, damaging universe, big universe. And then what will happen? Asteroid will hit the earth. What all this gone? Kutralinamidam jagat. Udunaiva mayadishtam. Nastikim. All gone, vanished. It is only Satchidananda. That is the solution of everything. Thank you. ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शांति श्री राम कृष्णार्पणमस्तु. Thank you. Tomorrow is our gospel class.